Hello friends, welcome to AstatorTV. In today's video, we are reviewing a replay of a ranked 1v1 game between two rising stars of the warselection ladder. At the time of this recording, both of these players are around rank number 20. At the top of the map with lime green colors, he is Addy74. It seems that he added some flavor to his nickname based on an insult he received while playing. But we can see that he is a well-mannered player, greeting his opponent with a good luck, have fun. He placed his first warehouse to touch both the berries and the wood. He has researched the first shoes and is sending his first scout toward the center of the map. On the right side of the map, we have
给大哥点烟
which means something like light a cigarette for the brother. I will refer to him as cigarette just to make the casting a little bit easier. Please note that this video is not sponsored by any tobacco company. Remember that smoking is bad for you. So Cigarette sent his first scout to explore the coast, but he could not spot any shallow water fish deposit. He also did research the first shoe's worker speed upgrade. This map has a good amount of wood behind the starting location. However, it is very open in the front of the base. And there's no very close metal deposit. There is a copper over here near the border, another copper near the coast, and an iron deposit, which is close to a wood line and could be a nice spot to relocate the base if desired. We have 20 workers for Cigarette and 21 workers for Addy, so pretty close so far. Let's increase the speed of the replay a little bit. Addy is starting to construct 5 pits. His opponent is not constructing 5 pits yet. We see Cigarette sending 5 workers toward the south, and he's starting the construction of the stone cutter. So there's not a lot of food on this map, so no shallow water fish easily accessible. There's a couple cows over here. Addy did spot those cows because he placed some of the decoration to remember the location. Now completing his third fight pit, and he is producing warriors. Cigarette, no fight pits yet. No upgrades in the stone cutter. There's a small squad of 5 workers going toward the base of Addy. They're actually going right in front of the base. And the warriors are going to spot them. Yes, they are. He's trying to build fight pits, but they are going to get stopped by those warriors from Addy. Addy with a large number of workers on the berries. That's 18 workers on the berries. That's quite a large number. He's starting the construction of the stone cutter. Losing 5 workers this early in the game is a big step backward for Cigarette. And he's trying to replace them, but he's quite low on population. He must have stopped the production of workers at some point to make room for a larger army, as he expected to be on the offense. Now starting the construction of fight pits at home. Addy is using his warrior army to clear the animals from this side of the map. He's sending several workers over there because his berries are about to run out. No more food income for Adi at the moment. He's starting the construction of a temple. Cigarette already has a temple and is halfway getting Bronze Age of Europe. He's getting slingers and some bulwarks for defense. While Adi is clearing the animals over here. Even the alligator. He is selecting the Bronze Age of Asia upgrade at his temple. He's still struggling for food. He really needs those workers to start gathering. Cigarette clearing the front of his base. He did upgrade the workers and he's getting his farm. Upgrading several houses. So Adi is at 66 population out of 69. And Cigarette is only at 48 population. And now warriors are going to kill more of his workers. Adi is splitting the warriors, he is chasing the slingers and the workers at the same time. And he's producing warriors still. Still no upgrade for Cigarette. He does have a large amount of food right now. He could afford those upgrades if he wanted to. He's now upgrading the houses. Still not producing. He's getting the population upgrades, but since you have such a low pop, you could probably get more workers before getting the population upgrade. And that is exactly what he does right now. Okay, now he's producing slingers. Adi completed a house wall on the right side of his base and he's starting to mine metal. He increased his lead in workers from his successful prior attack. Only 24 workers remaining for Cigarette. While Adi has 48. So that's double the number of workers for Adi. That's a huge lead. And Adi is adding barracks on his side location, but he is very low on wood. So you don't want that many workers to construct barracks if you don't have much wood income. You should probably build a warehouse, which is the same cost of a barrack. A big portion of his worker lead is effectively wasted because probably around 10 of those workers are not contributing anything right now. He needs to send them to harvest more wood. On this side of the map we have a lot of slingers, and then we have the fight pits upgrading into barracks. Slinger upgrade finally on the way, and then the forge is queued right after that. Okay, now Adi is going to harvest wood and producing a mix of warriors and now spearmen. He's getting the attack upgrade. His army is going to come deal with this animal over here. And we hear the new combat music for Bronze Age of Asia. Magnificent! Cigarette now on the way to ironage. He's upgraded his tower and he's gonna send a portion of his slingers to the offense. He's going to defend with the 3 towers and the other portion of his army. Adi is trying to move in. He is trying to find a better attack angle. Fourth tower on the way. Oh, this mining camp might be exposed. Adi is going to fight it. He just found it. But he decides to send the spearman inside the base of Cigarette. He's targeting the farm. The workers have to hide inside the towers for now. Sending just a couple spearmen to stall the mining camp will have been a good move. And the slingers from Cigarette are reaching the base from Adi. He is forcing Adi to spend resources to rush the construction of Guardian Towers. The good side of this for him is that he currently has the economy to afford it. And Cigarette is targeting the workers while running his workers at home, trying to get away from the very quick Asian spearmen. Here are the first European heavy spearmen. Cigarette increasing his territory, so he already has vision. He will get an even wider vision once this upgrade is complete. Adi is stockpiling a large bank of resources, possibly in preparation for the medieval age upgrade. And he is choosing the medieval age of Western Asia. Cigarette moving out. His army has several heavy spearmen. He decides to keep the slingers on defense. He is aware of the incoming attack because of his vision upgrade. The European heavy spearmen are meeting a smaller force from Adi in the center of the map, while the slingers are defending the base with the support of towers and the first legionary entering the action. More legionaries in production right now. No melee attack upgrade at the forge for the legionaries yet. That melee attack upgrades increase their damage from 16 to 18 damage per attack. So this army of Adi is about to be cleared. The heavy spear are going to the base of Adi. And Adi doesn't have anything to be able to deal with that efficiently. His medieval age is almost reached. But the heavy spearmen are forcing all the economy away. All the workers are about to hide inside the towers. Adi's economy is going to be stalled for a while because those heavy spearmen, they take a long time to kill. And they are able to destroy the towers. Some of the workers are going down. And on this side, many Asian heavy spearmen are dealing with some of the legionaries. So the legionaries, they do a very high amount of damage to the Asian heavy spear. So about 8 times the amount of damage that the Asian heavy spearmen do against the legionaries. The heavy spearmen are chasing more workers. They took down 2 towers. 3 kills on this, 4 kills and 4 kills on these 2, and 1 kill on this one. So that's a large number of workers killed. And most of the economy is stalled because hiding in the towers. And some of the heavy spear are still alive. Adi is still producing heavy spearmen. He's sending some toward the base of Cigarette. Cigarette still producing more legionaries. He is getting the melee attack upgrade for legionaries. So now they have 16 damage, but they are going to be even more powerful with this upgrade. He is starting to research medieval age of Eastern Europe, but changed his mind as his resource bank seems quite low. So now the damage is up to 18 for legionaries. And Adi just upgraded his army to Azaps. So it's not very expensive to upgrade the heavy spear into a zap, but they don't do much more damage. Although at 63 movement speed, they are the fastest infantry in the game. And they are going to be very good at chasing workers away. The legionaries are much slower, have a slower attack. So they are behind chasing the zaps. And the workers are in trouble, they're getting trapped. Nice maneuver by Adi over here. He's going to kill a lot of workers. And the workers are not running anymore, they're going to all die. But now the army is fighting and the cigarette is going to kill several of the Azaps. But the Azaps are very cheap. You can sacrifice a lot of them. So the upgrade is on the way. Azaps are only 40 food and 20 wood. So if you have a lot of barracks, you can basically spam them and force the opponent to constantly defend. And now the Azaps are inside the base of Cigarette, chasing the workers once again. Focusing the workers, that's really good. Some of the workers are going down. But this army now is almost dead, and more heavy spearmen are going to be very efficient at dealing with this Asian unit. Adi still producing heavy spearmen. However, heavy spearmen from Asia are really weak against the unit in the current army of Cigarette. So Adi will need to reinforce his army with units able to penetrate high armor, such as heavy archers or sarbas. So European heavy spearmen, they do triple the damage when facing Asian heavy spearmen. And legionaries, they do like 8 times the damage to Asian heavy spearmen. So you need something to help those heavy spearmen, something other than Azaps. Cigarette has amassed quite a powerful army and he is moving forward. Adi doesn't seem to have any production building other than barracks right now. And now it's going to be a clash between these two forces. Cigarette is grouping up to have all his units attack at the same time. And Adi is going to take a lot of damage. Asian heavy spearmen are not good to deal with those particular European units. And it's a massacre. Cigarette is completely destroying the army of Adi. There is not a single red corpse on the ground. When stuck with such an inferior army, it is important to avoid a direct battle as much as possible. Instead, running around to pressure the base and economy of the opponent will have been the better tactic. And the base is being evacuated. Those workers are going back home. Adi is really low on food. He doesn't have any fishing boat. And those heavy spearmen are a waste. So that's a lot of resources wasted. You need to build something else. The barracks are going down. Adi is starting the construction of stables, but those take a long time to start producing. So perhaps the Azaps or the heavy spearmen could have kept the pressure inside the base of Cigarette, but now those Azaps here are not going to delay this army for very long. It's not going to be long enough for the stables to produce. There is no Asian unit from the barracks that can melee those units from Europe. And this tower is going to go down fast. Those workers are going to die. More barracks are on the way. Adi is in big trouble. Those houses are going to go down really quick, and those units are going to die as well. Medieval towers could help because they have 15 damage. So medieval towers are actually pretty good against those high armor units. But it seems to be too late for Adi at this point. He's losing the stable before even a single camel could be produced. And the barracks and the base are going to go down. Cigarette did make the right decision of staying 1 age behind and instead investing his limited resources to strengthen his powerful army. Good game, well played. It is a victory for Cigarette. Please consider subscribing if you enjoyed this content. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.